Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Hope you are okay on that side of the screen. And today with a really nice vlogging setup. And if we want to improve our audio and our lighting conditions, this might be one of the best options in terms of budget and in terms of quality. We are talking about, first of all, the Sony ZV-1. If you haven't watched the last video about it, I will leave a link right over here. And then we have the RGB LED from Andicine, the M1 Pro microphone from Andicine, a quick release which is great if we don't want to waste any time, and a Ulanzi tripod power bank. And I will leave links down below for all these accessories. And right now let's take a look at them. Let's start with the microphone. This is the Andicine M1 Pro. It's compatible with any camera that has a input and of course any mobile phone that we want to use. Inside the package we will find the micro, shock mount, windshield cables. One is TRS and the other one TRRS, and a bag. And it doesn't need batteries at all, and it doesn't have any internal battery, which is great for those like myself. Sometimes forget to press the on button, and after recording 15 or 20 minutes you will get, okay, I've got no audio. But in this particular case we will never forget because it's always on, and that is just great. It's really well built, lightweight, and it has this shock mount which will absorb any vibrations that we do on our setup. So overall great. We can mount on any cold shoe or hot shoe from our camera, or any accessory that we have for our mobile phone. In terms of sound quality, let's take not a look but a listen. Sony ZV-1 without the wind muffler, and now with the wind muffler on, stabilization on, ready to talk about whatever we want to talk. And wind, especially when I face this direction, I really feel the wind in my face, and you can see probably my hair moving a little bit. Doesn't move more because I do have gel. This scene microphone right over here, which is really awesome. It has the dead cat and it's windy, so it should remove completely the wind. But let's do an experience. But just remove the dead cats and you can use the microphone like this. If it's no wind at all, there we go. Right now it is with the wind muffler once again, so at this moment we should be able to record just fine without any issues whatsoever. This is the sound from the Sony ZV-1 without any external microphone. At this moment I have disconnected the Andicine microphone that we have seen, a link down below. This is the sound from the Sony ZV-1, which at this moment has the microphone from Andicine on the top. And just to check out if this is the sound that we are looking for, I am about a meter away from the camera and the microphone. Okay, let's move on to the lights. We have the Andicine R2 mini RGB LEDs, which has a great price point for what it offers. Now have in mind that I've got 3 units right over here, and we can build up a huge setup, or we can decide where we want to put several of these and have a scene lighting. I will give you an example like I did for the microphone. But the RGB light, first of all, we can go from 2500 Kelvin to 9000 Kelvin. The brightness we can adjust from 0% up to 100%, and everything is adjustable by the turning wheels that we have at the back. It has RGB, so we can select any color that we want, and it also has 20 effects. Now those effects have police, fireworks and things like that. To me, I usually don't use, but there are several scenarios where we want to produce something and we need a police light for our scene, and there we go, we have, or firework or any other effect. So I see it not as a main feature because I will not use it every day, but I do see it really useful as a bonus, which is great. It has a built-in battery of 2000 milliamp hours, and we can charge via USB Type-C. Actually, we will have to charge because the input is USB Type-C, and the battery will last up from 2 hours to 15 hours, depending on the brightness intensity that we have. 2 hours if we have everything on 100%, and 15 hours if we have roughly 50%. So here, probably for the basic setup, we would need one. But if we want to go a little bit further and record from a distance, then probably 3. And right now, let's take a look at the results. Now, just using one LED, 6000 Kelvin with Sony ZV-E10. I'm about 1 meter and something away. Sony ZV-1 right over here. And if I go closer, we will have a better image. So if we are in a vlog situation, this is the kind of scenario that we will get with the Sony ZV-E10 and with the Sony ZV-1. Now we are with 2 LEDs turned on, everything is off, and we get a brighter image on the ZV-E10 and on the ZV-1. So this is the kind of image quality with the LEDs without anything else. So I would say that if we have 1 or 2 LEDs like this, if we have a spotlight, just really something, nothing special, we will have a great illumination. Now, if we get a little bit closer, about 50 centimeters, more or less, in a vlog situation, I would really need to stretch my arm a little bit. I'm using a 16mm, by the way. So this would be a great light, and probably I would not need anything else on the ZV-E10. And if we look at the ZV-1, probably we could use this image without any issues whatsoever. 2 LEDs on and 6000 Kelvin. I'm a bit far away than I am from the ZV-E10, so if I get right over here, the lighting gets really nice. I would honestly believe that this would be enough. And at this moment, the 3 LEDs turned on. We are on the ZV-E10, and I would say that I could record any video like this. This is a really nice environment, cozy. Probably we could approach a little bit more, but we are just testing out. This is the ZV-1, and we are in frame, more or less. It's a bit further away. So if I move right over here, I would say that at this moment 50-60 centimeters from the camera, and if I was to use like this, I would probably dial down from the 100 which we are using at this moment, 6000 kelvins, to 70-80% of brightness, so that we could have great lighting but spread and would not blow away my skin, which is doing in some areas. And if we look at the ZV-E10, which is a bit closer, you will be able to see a little bit better. I'm watching on the screen, hopefully you can see it better on your 4K screen or 1080 screen. I've got some areas right over here being blown out. Just as a reminder, if we turn on this one right over here, probably this would not be a bad choice. If we are on a living room or something like that, this would enrich the image. And if I turn on this one right over here, it will get even more, so it will fill, and this will depend on the feeling that we have. Of course, you can do this without the ceiling. You can get another few LEDs such as this, 1 or 2, filling from this side, filling from that side, and that will be great. Let's turn on and turn, no, not this one and this one, sorry. Let's turn this one on, and this one will blow everything. So this is too much, and let's go back to no lights at all, just the Andy scene LEDs on the ZV-E10 and on the ZV-1. Now, lastly, we have the quick release, which I don't recall the name, but I will leave the link down below so that you can check it out. It's a great price point, really simple, and the main function is to be able to put in our camera and remove it from a tripod such as this one without having to screw the camera every time we use. So just remove it, take off the memory card, the battery, charge it, and put it back, and that is it. And this is what it's meant for. Now, there are several ways of using, several accessories that we can use with the quick release from Andy Scene, but this is the most basic usage. And if you are looking for a vlogging setup which is really simple to use, then probably this will fit your setup. That being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did so, don't forget the usual thumbs up right over there, which is really appreciated on this side of the screen. My name is Roberto Jorge. Today with Sony ZV-1, really awesome vlogging setup, and as always, I'll see you guys on the next one.